Hi guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Kilala nyo na ba itong Canadian Visa King? Okay, mukhang sikat yata to eh. At least sumikat siya the past few days on social media. He is a self-proclaimed Canadian Visa King. Meron po siyang isang video na nag-viral over the past week. At dahil siya ay nag-viral, matapos niyang mag-viral, ngayon napag-iinitan siya ng marami, dini-activate niya na po ang kanyang Instagram account. This guy is an influencer. I don't want to call him a consultant because it turns out hindi naman po pala yata siya authorized immigration consultant, hindi rin siya authorized or hindi rin siya immigration lawyer here in Canada. Okay, but he is helping a lot of people get to Canada. Okay, ano ba tong video na ito? Papakita ko sa inyo and I'd like to get your thoughts. Put them down there in the comment section. Okay. Okay, video na pinost niya mismo no sa kanyang sa account ng kanyang kumpanya, isang parang immigration agency. All right? Sige, let me play it. Napakaikling video, 12 seconds. But it gained a lot of traction. Ang daming nainis dito sa video na ito. Why do you think? Okay, by the way, ang kanyang Instagram account, Visa King Chani. Okay, pero again, deactivated na siya pag inyong puntahan na, wala ka na makikita. Bakit palagay ninyo siya na pag-iinitan ngayon? What do we see in the video to begin with? On his table, ang daming passports and I assume, ayan nga, pinagmamalaki niya na yung mga passport na yan, puro Canadian visa. Siya ang nakatulong makakuha ng Canadian visa sa kanyang mga kliyente. Okay? And another thing that many people notice, kaya naiinis sa kanya, yung kanyang relo daw. Okay? He's apparently wearing a luxury watch estimated to cost, according sa mga investigador sa social media, $300,000. Wow! Ang laki, no? So what do you think is wrong with this? Ako nagigets ko, no? This is reflective, or this reflects one of the biggest problems kasi, no? Sa immigration in Canada. Itong maikling video na ito, nagpapakita kung bakit ang daming nagkamali sa kanilang pagpunta dito sa Canada. Bakit? You know, many see it, in a way, nagigets ko, na many see it as a display of wealth, diba? By a consultant who is supposedly helping people build better lives abroad, no? Instead, pag nakikita po yung ganitong display of wealth, pinapakita na parang pinagkakakitaan lang niya talaga ang kanyang mga kliyente. Yun ang dating kasi ng video. Sabihin na natin, okay, binayaran naman siya. It's a legitimate business. Negosyo niya yan. Charge niya yung ganitong amount. Willing bayaran. Bakit naman hindi siya karapat-dapat bumili ng mga mamahaling gamit kung gusto niya? Nandun na tayo, no? But the reality is, the context is, isa po kasi sa malalaking problema na nakikita ngayon, alam naman nating lahat, yung mga consultant na walang ginawa, kundi talagang pagkakitaan lang ang kanilang mga kliyente. So it just leaves a bad taste in the mouth, diba? Oo, hindi maganda eh. So guys, kung pipili din kayo, ako lang opinion ko lang to, kung pipili kayo ng consultant, get somebody who does not display wealth na ganitong type. 'Di ba? Kasi parang makikita mo, meron kang certain level of lifestyle na gustong i-keep up. 'Di ba? Kaya pala ang laki ng charge mo, no? Hindi maganda, 'di ba? It gives you an idea of why this person might want your business. Hindi lang yan para ikaw ay makapunta sa Canada, help you secure your Canadian dream. Kailangan nila ng pera mo. Okay? But of course, hindi natin nalalahat. Wag din naman nating tanggalin sa mga immigration professionals ang kanilang, source of livelihood. Marangal po naman na trabaho ang immigration consulting, yung pagiging immigration lawyer. 'Di ba? Kung tama, gawin ng tama, huwag sila mag-overcharge. Huwag nilang kunin ang isang kaso kung alam naman nilang mahina ang chances to survive in Canada. 'Di ba? Huwag na nilang ipilit yung kanilang mga kliyente na sasabihin na, "Hindi, kayang-kaya mo dun. Mapi-PR ka agad dun," kahit naman alam nilang hindi. Okay? Kasi itong video na 'to, it reflects that problem. Now, I don't know, kamusta kaya yung mga kliyente nito 'no? I mean, isipin mo kunyari lang, napanood ito ng isa sa mga tinulungan niya papuntang Canada. Gusto ko meron po siyang kliyente na dinala niya dito at ngayon ay namomroblema na, baka out of status na, 'di ba? Pero pinapunta dito under false pretenses, false idea. Pinalabas sa kanyang kliyente na napakaganda ng buhay, madaling ma-PR sa Canada, yan ang lagi, 'di ba? So that is why I think this guy went viral. Siyempre nagagalit na naman yung mga members of his community na marangal na nagtatrabaho dito bilang immigration professionals. Some social media accounts are saying this guy is a consultant daw based in Brampton. Pero RCICs here in Canada are saying hindi, that is fake news daw. Apparently, this guy is working or is based in India. Okay? Tinry ko hanapin yung details ng kanyang account. No? Medyo nahirapan ako. Ang dami po niya kasing kapangalan na may immigration na company rin. So, I'm not sure. But this guy, ito, ini-interview rin po itong RCIC na to sa ilang news outfit. Sabi niya, quick clarification about the Visa King news. He's an unauthorized, unlicensed immigration agent in India, not in Brampton. So, hindi raw siya RCIC or Canadian lawyer. Okay, so nag-ooperate daw in India for years now. Appears to be an Indian lawyer, not a licensed Canadian RCIC. Okay, o sabi niya, news organizations should verify facts before claiming he's a Canadian consultant. At yung last paragraph nito, ito nga yung sinasabi natin. This reflects a broader issue. Hundreds, if not thousands of unregulated ghost agents in India and in other countries, guys, meron din ganyan, no? Sa Pilipinas, submit Canadian immigration applications without any Canadian authorization. And that is the problem, the big problem that we are facing. Kaya ang daming nagpunta dito, mali-mali yung advice na binigay sa kanya ngayon. O anong mangyayari? Out of status, hindi nila alam kung paano sila uuwi, patapos nilang bayaran yung mamahaling fees sa mga taong ganito. They're stuck. Okay. But this guy is not the first one to go viral. Alam nyo ba? Several months ago, sometime last year pa nga yata ito, no? Meron ding isang video of another immigration consultant. Ito sinabi niya, immigration consultant din siya, no? Who went viral dahil pinagyayabang niya ang kanyang mamahaling sasakyan. O, tignan niyo itong interview sa kanya, no?
I really like your car. It's very nice. What do you do to be able to afford such a nice car?
So I'm an immigration consultant.
Okay.
So I bring people from around the world to Canada.
Where mostly do you bring like people from?
India.
Yeah. Okay. Doing that like afforded you this car?
Yeah.
Wow, that's very impressive. How much was the car?
120.
120,000. Big mafia out here. Do you have any advice to people who want to get a nice car like you?
I just have to say that work hard, work smart.
I really like your car. It's very nice. What do you?
Sabi niya, no, work hard, work smart. And he said in this video, he was able to afford this $120,000 car. I think it's a Corvette. Dahil siya daw ay isang immigration consultant. Wow, grabe. Ang dami niyang kliyente, di ba? Again, guys, no, it doesn't matter to me na lehitimo ang kanyang ahensya, ang kanyang kumpanya sa pagiging immigration consultant. It's a big red flag. Okay, if these consultants or if these immigration practitioners display ostentatious wealth, sana lang maganda ang kinahinatnan ng mga dinala nila dito sa Canada, right? At sana sa kakasalita natin tungkol sa isyong ito, nababawasan ang negosyo ng mga immigration practitioners who are really just out to earn money, to earn big bucks, to earn quick money. Even if it means giving bad advice and giving false hopes to people, right? Ang tagal na nito, no? Nasa huli ang pagsisisi, no? Pag kayo nagsisi na wala ng status, wala. Kayo din ang mahihirapan. Sila, itong mga to, wala. Just enjoying your money. And guys, hindi lang po ito sa kanilang community. I am sure meron din po sa mga Pilipino nating kababayan na mga ganyan. Okay, nagpapaasa sa mga kababayan natin, iniiwan sa ere pagdating dito. Pagpunta mo sa kanilang mga social media accounts, siguro puro biyahe dito, biyahe roon, mga ganon. Ganon din yun. Ganon din sila. Ganon din ang ilan nating kababayan, right? Okay, so that is it. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. Ang aga-aga, nasira na agad ang aking mood. De, joke lang. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. I look forward to reading your comments down there. Guys, we have a new rule in the comment section. Please keep all the comments or questions related to our episode's topic, okay? I will delete comments na wala pong kinalaman sa ating pinag-uusapan. Minsan kung ano-ano mga kino-comment nyo dyan, tatanggalin ko yun. Okay? And also, I will be setting or adjusting my settings sa ating YouTube para ma-automatic na hindi i-publish ni YouTube ang ilang mga comments na may certain words na ayoko nang makita sa ating comment section. Most of the time, mga racist words, mga name calling. Okay, i-adjust ko yung aking settings dyan. And I am sorry guys, no, na ngayon ko lang to naisip. I should have done this sa totoo lang a long time ago. Abangan nyo yan. I-adjust ko na yung settings natin sa YouTube. Okay? So that is it. I'll end this episode here. See you guys in the next one. Bye!